Oh, hey there. So somebody asked me how do you wire up a switch, and this is for entertainment purposes only. I will disconnect this later and have the electrician do it for real. All right, come closer. This is a very simple switch, okay? So the ground wire is bare. Let me explain how electricity works. Black is your hot, white is your neutral, and bare wire is your ground, okay? Now, on a switch, all you're doing is disconnecting power on the black. So you take the whites, you see right here, and you bypass them, you twist them together, and you wire nut that and shove that back in there. Now, we take all our grounds and twist those together and have one lead that comes off. The green goes to ground, okay? So, we're gonna take this green and put it on there. Give me a second. Pinch this together. Boom. We're gonna drop our tools because I'm a dum-dum. I'm in a tight space here. We tighten that up. You want it to be tight. Loose electrical connections, that's a good recipe for fire. Yeah, and heat and all kind of problems. Okay, so the green screw goes up on the top, okay? And you can tell it's in the off position because it says OFF. I don't know if you can see that. Now, normally what I do is I put all my hots down at the bottom and the one that's going to the light or whatever is being switched up on the top, just because that's something that I can do when I'm building houses. Okay, so this one I know, because it was already marked, and I'll show you how in a minute. This one goes to the light. So we're gonna put this one up here, okay? And let me get my hand in there. Pinch that down. So it's good and tight, see that? And then we'll tighten this up. Give me a second, I have the wrong screwdriver end. I'll tighten that up, yep, sorry. I probably could have found a worse place to do this, but sadly, this was all I had today. And then we'll put the hots on the other side. And in this case, there's only one hot, so that makes it very simple. But on the other one I'm about to show you, then it'll give a better example. Okay, so now what happens is all the grounds come in from the circuit and they go out to the next thing, okay? But they're twisted off here, which means that it's grounded. Then whatever hots would come in and go out to the next thing in the circuit, the outlet or whatever, are always hot. And then this thing, whenever you connect it, then those two connect and it touches and it makes a circuit again, and then your switch will work. Okay, so that is a single switch. Now I'm gonna show you a double switch over here, okay? Let's go way over here. Okay, so this is from new construction. So you can tell that these are hots coming in. Now this is how we mark which ones go to the lights. See how it's got this kind of loop thing in it right there, right? These go to the lights. In this case, there's two lights. So, and then there's also ground wires. There's our whites. Okay, so our whites are twisted and they're back in the back. That's as it should be. These are going to go to the two switches. These are going to be what is switched. In this case, it's a light and a fart fan. Okay, so they'll be up here like this. And those will be up here. These will be our hots, but we have to loop them together, and I'll have to get that piece in a second. Okay, so first off, we're gonna twist this and twist this, and let me get behind you, get some switches. Switches don't get stitches. That's snitches. Snitches get stitches. Switches just, I don't know, get turned on a lot very easily by literally anybody who can reach them. Okay, so once again, green goes to ground, so the bare wire is the green, or the ground wire, right? So that's one of them. And the other one, find my place here, there's another ground. Oh, come on. You're gonna learn so much today. You'll be like, I can do anything. The first thing you need to do is turn the breaker off. In this case, the power of the house is not even on yet, so it's a non-issue. Now, we are going to take the one that's going to be switched and put that at the top, as you remember, right? So we'll take this, strip some off. This is a 12 gauge wire. Strip that off. Roll that over. Put it on here. That's what's going to be switched. You have to tighten it. If you don't, you'll regret it later. This is the power. Okay, so we'll cut that one off. I'm going to demonstrate this so that you see why we're doing what we're about to do, because it'll make sense to you, hopefully. Because you guys are smart, and I'm proud of you. When I look over through the internet at all your peering eyes, I'm like, I'm so proud of you guys. You're trying so hard to do the right thing. I appreciate that. Okay, so this goes to the other switch, fart fan or whatever. There we go. And then this, remember, is hot power. Okay, so we don't know which one's hot power in and hot power out, and it doesn't really matter for what we're doing. We just have to connect them, and I'll show you how to do that real quick. Okay, now I'll have to use my brain here for a second. Let me find a piece of wire. I'll be right. Where did I get a piece of wire? Do you remember? I found it. All right, good. So this is 14 gauge wire. Now I can just cut a piece of this off, and I'm gonna cut it open, and I'm gonna show you guys what we're doing and why. And then you'll be like, oh, that makes sense, John. Thanks for explaining stuff to us, because we didn't understand it before. Okay, so we're just gonna take the black wire out of it. This is 14 gauge wire. Now the important thing about it being 14 gauge wire is that 14 gauge wire you can backstab. And that's a real word, and I'll show you what it means. Okay, so right now, imagine that we got hot power coming in and hot power going out. And then when you switch it, it goes up and turns the light on. Or when you switch this, it goes up and turns the fart fan on. But how does the hot power get from one to the other? Never fear, okay? So in the back, take a look on the back. As long as you're on this terminal, all right, then this and this are connected, right? And then you can see it sticks in there. It's a backstabber. It sticks in there and it holds it. There's like a little thing that touches it. And so then we're gonna take that, we're gonna put that there. And now this has hot power coming in that jumps over to this that has hot power coming out. And then when we switch it, then it connects those two and that light turns on. Or we turn this one on and that connects those two and then that light turns on. And that is how you do a switch, and you're welcome.